Welcome back to the Vile Echoes, where the darkness below calls out secrets long buried. If you shivered through our echoes from the attic, prepare to descend deeper into echoes from the basement. These three chilling tales, drawn from anonymous online confessions like those haunting Reddit threads, reveal what festers in the damp shadows beneath our feet. Dim the lights, lock the door, and listen, because the vile echoes from below might just be rising for you. Our first vile echo seeps from the foundations of an ordinary home, where a simple drip becomes a symphony of dread. Steel yourself for the dripping below, a tale that might make you check your own basement for stains that whisper. I've always been a fixer-upper kind of person. Buying that old craftsman house in the Midwest suburbs seemed like a dream. Big yard, original woodwork, and a basement perfect for a home gym. Sure, it was built in the 1920s, and the inspector mentioned some minor water issues, but nothing a dehumidifier couldn't handle. Or so I thought. It started with the dripping. A steady plip-plop echoing up from the basement stairs, even on sunny days when no rain had fallen for weeks. At first I ignored it. Old pipes, I figured. But after a month of living there, the sound became impossible to tune out. It wasn't rhythmic like a leak. It had a cadence, almost like Morse code or a heartbeat. Slow, insistent, pulling at my nerves. I'd lie in bed at night, the house silent, except for that distant drip, drip, drip from below. One evening after a long day at work, I grabbed a flashlight and headed down. The basement was unfinished. Concrete floors cracked with age, exposed brick walls sweating condensation. A single bare bulb swinging from the ceiling. The air was thick, musty, like wet earth after a storm. I followed the sound to the far corner, where a small puddle had formed under a hairline crack in the wall. But it wasn't water. Even in the dim light, I could see the reddish tint, viscous and dark. I dipped a finger in. Warm, sticky. Blood. No, couldn't be. I wiped it on my jeans, blaming rust from old pipes. That night, the dripping loudened, now accompanied by a faint whisper. I bolted upright in bed, straining to hear. It was gibberish at first, but as I crept to the basement door, it clarified. Names, dates, fragments like Sarah, 1947, knife. I slammed the door, heart pounding, and barricaded it with a chair. Morning came, and I convinced myself it was exhaustion playing tricks. But the puddle grew. By the next week it spanned a foot across, the drips faster, the whispers clearer. I called a plumber. He poked at the wall, shrugged. No pipes back there. Maybe groundwater with iron deposits. Explains the color. He sealed the crack with caulk, charged me $200 and left. That night, the dripping resumed, louder, mocking. The caulk bubbled and peeled, revealing fresh ooze. Now the whispers formed sentences. He buried me here. The husband. The trade. Panic set in. I researched the house online, digging through county records. Turns out in 1947, a woman named Sarah Wilkins vanished from this address. Her husband claimed she ran off, but rumors swirled of foul play. No body found. Case cold. The basement had been redone in the 50s. Walls reinforced, floor poured thicker. Coincidence? I didn't think so. The drips mimicked my heartbeat now. Slow when I was calm, racing when fear gripped me. One night, as I stared at the growing pool, now slick and crimson, a bubble rose, popping with a sigh. Join us. Feel the warmth. I fled upstairs, but the whispers followed through the vents, recounting my own secrets, arguments with my ex, a hit and run I'd covered up years ago. How? Desperate, I hired a contractor to break open the wall. Tools in hand, he hammered away, revealing not dirt but bones, human remains tangled in decayed fabric. Sarah, but as the wall crumbled, more ooze poured out, flooding the floor. The contractor slipped, screaming as the liquid pulled him under like quicksand. I watched in horror as his form dissolved, whispers rising. Another. Echo. I ran, sold the house as is. The new owners? They complain of leaks. If you're in an old home and hear dripping below, don't investigate. It's not water, it's blood, echoing the buried. And it hungers for more. That drip might still echo in your mind, but what if the basement answers back? Our next confession knocks from behind a sealed door, revealing truths better left locked. Inheriting my uncle's house was bittersweet. He'd been a recluse, hoarding junk in his sprawling ranch-style home in Texas. Cancer took him quick, and as the only kin, I got the keys. The place was a mess. Cluttered rooms, peeling wallpaper. But the basement intrigued me. A heavy steel door at the bottom of the stairs, padlocked and chained, with "Do not open" scrawled in faded marker. Uncle's handwriting. Curiosity gnawed at me. What was he hiding? Guns? Cash? I asked around. Neighbors said he'd sealed it years ago after noises. I laughed it off. But that first night, as I sorted boxes upstairs, a knock echoed from below. 3 sharp raps. I froze. Another 3. From behind that door. I descended, flashlight in hand. The basement was cool, empty, save for shelves of canned goods and dusty tools. The door vibrated slightly with each knock. "Hello," I called. Silence. Then, a reply. 3 knocks back. My skin crawled. I touched the padlock, ice cold. It became a game, or so I told myself. I'd ask questions. Is someone there? Knock, knock, knock. Yes, I assumed. Are you my uncle? Knock, no. Simple yes-no at first. But as nights passed, the replies grew complex. Morse code patterns I'd look up on my phone. Who are you? Family. Family? Uncle had no kids, no siblings but my mom, who died young. The answers revealed secrets. Uncle's gambling debts, an affair that destroyed his marriage. Things I verified in old letters. But each session weakened the chains, rust flaking, padlock clicking looser. Whispers seeped through the keyhole. Let us out. We know you. One night, emboldened by whiskey, I asked about my mom's death. Official story, car accident. The knocks frantic. MURDERUNCLE. My blood ran cold. Records showed Uncle was with her that day. Confronting the door. Did he kill her? Yes. Why? INHERITANCE. The door buckled then, chains snapping. I bolted upstairs, but echoes pursued. Knocks on walls, whispers in ears. Research uncovered more. The basement door sealed after Uncle's breakdown in the 80s, claiming voices of dead relatives judged him. I tried leaving, but the house locked me in. Doors jammed, windows fogged with breath-like mist. The basement door swung open, releasing shadows, ethereal forms of family, twisted and vengeful. They dragged me down, whispers becoming screams. Join the reply. Echo forever. I escaped somehow, burned the house, but knocks follow me now. In hotel rooms, my car. If you find a locked door below, don't ask. The replies collect souls. Replies from the dark can unlock horrors. But what if the basement swallows you whole? Our final echo gurgles from the depths, where shadows lurk in the water. Storms always flooded my basement. Living in Florida will do that. The sump pump was my lifeline, chugging away after every downpour. But last hurricane season, it started acting up, gurgling oddly, like something clogged. I'd bail water manually, cursing the insurance that wouldn't cover upgrades. One night, during a blackout, the pump hummed to life on its own. Battery backup, I thought. But the sound was wrong. Wet, raspy, like gargling. Flashlight in hand, I waded into ankle-deep water. The sump pit, a concrete hole in the corner, bubbled unnaturally. I reached in with a net, fishing out debris, leaves, mud, and a finger, human, pale, with a ring. I dropped it, retching. Hallucination? No, it floated there. The pump gurgled again. Help. Drowned. A whisper from the pipes. I fled upstairs, but the water rose, seeping under doors. Morning light revealed the basement dry. No finger. Dream. It happened again after the next rain. More debris. A toe, an ear, reassembling in the pit into a partial hand. Whispers clearer. Pulled under. 1962. Flood. I researched. In 1962, a flash flood killed a family nearby. Their bodies never recovered, swept into underground aquifers. The Sump became a portal. Each storm, more parts. Limbs, torso, forming a shadowy figure in the water. The pump's hum turned to pleas. Join me. Echo the drown. It mimicked my voice, begging loved ones on the phone. But I hadn't called. One night the figure rose, waterlogged and spectral, grabbing my ankle. I fought, but it pulled, whispering my regrets. Failed marriage, abandoned dreams. The water filled my lungs with echoes of the lost. I survived, moved away. But in new homes, drains gurgle the same. If your sump whispers, unplug it. The shadows swallow echoes, and you. And there you have it. 3 echoes from the basement that drip, knock, and gurgle their way into nightmares. If these tales chilled your core, subscribe to the Vile Echoes for more descents into dread, and share your own basement horrors in the comments. Until next time, avoid the stairs down. The Vile Echoes wait below. Sweet dreams. Or perhaps just silence. Remember, the darkness beneath isn't empty. It's patient, collecting whispers from those who venture too far. If you hear a faint drip tonight, it might not be the pipes. It could be the start of your own vile echo. Stay safe, listeners, and keep the lights on.